Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiriawan and right now I'm in this beautiful location. This is Kalyana Resort in Yogyakarta near the volcano Mount Merapi. Let me show you really quick the volcano. It's over there somewhere. Yeah, it's covered by clouds, but I will show you some b-rolls. But today I'm very excited to try this small little lens. This is TTArtisan 35mm f1.4 for micro four thirds. As some of you guys might already know, I'm a big fan of micro four thirds. I use plenty of micro four thirds cameras and lenses and I love them. I'm quite familiar with them. But with micro four thirds, because it uses smaller sensor, then getting background blur or bokeh is actually difficult. Not difficult as in impossible, but difficult especially when you compare it to some other camera formats. Now this lens right here is the TTArtisan 35mm f1.4, a micro four thirds lens that is quite affordable, manual focus only, but can it produce great result? Can it produce great background blur? We're gonna check it out today. This is my first impression video, so this is the first time I will use the lens. I will share to you my pure reaction of using this lens and hopefully it'll be a positive one while I take some portraits of my wife, take some scenery pictures and close-up photos here in this beautiful resort in Kalyana Resort, Yogyakarta. Anyway, just a quick disclaimer, TTArtisan sent me this lens for free for a review. I get to keep this lens. However, I'm not paid by anyone to say anything on this video. So all of the opinions here are my own. I will try to still be as objective as I can about this lens. Anyway, enough talking. Let's take some pictures in this beautiful location. Alright, so for our first shot of the day, so we have the volcano right here, Mount Merapi. You guys might have saw it many times on my other vlogs, but today is just exceptionally clear with very little cloud. So again, the 35mm f1.4 TTArtisan lens, I'm setting the camera to aperture priority f4 and everything else automatic, auto ISO and electronic shutter with the GX8. So yeah, let's try to focus into the volcano using the punch in zoom. I'm carefully rotating the manual focus lever until I get the best sharpness, which is around here, and let's take the shot. Alright, the composition is very simple. I'm employing a little bit of the tree on the left and also that forest area in front of the volcano. I'm going to refocus again just a little bit. It's a beautiful day, very little clouds, blue sky. It's just nice. It's just nice. Alright, I like this composition and I'm getting about 5000 shutter speed. It's quite high, but yeah, that's what I want to minimize any movement blur. Step forward just a little bit to remove the branches on the right because I think that's a little bit distracting. Let's focus again, making sure that everything is nice and sharp. Right, there we go. There we go. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to take portraits of my wife. Say hello to Nora, everybody. That's Nora, my wife. And again with the 35mm TTArtisan at f1.4 this time. We wanna try the bokeh capability, the way the lens can do background blur. Let's test it out. Anyway, again, this is my first time using this lens, so yeah, this is my raw pure reaction to this lens. If I think it is good, then I will say it is good. If it's bad, then I will say that it's bad. But anyway, this is the composition that we want, vertical, and we get a little bit of that house behind the villa and then also the trees and the grass area. I think that's kind of a nice composition to have for this portrait. Very simple. I'm going to try to lower the camera just a bit so we can get more of the trees above. Alright, anyway, settings of the camera is f1.4, auto ISO, exposure compensation +1, everything else automatic. Let's try to focus on Nora. This is a manual focus only lens, so we have to be patient and do it precisely. Alright, there we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice. One more. 1, 2, 3. Lowering the camera just a little bit. Let's try horizontal composition. Let's make sure that our focus is still tack sharp. This is a little bit of a challenge with manual focus lens. You have to try to check the focus every time when you take the picture, because sometimes you miss the focus just a little bit and you don't notice it. Right, let's take more pictures. Nice. Nice. From what I see so far, the background blur looks very nice and soft and creamy, just as expected from TTArtisan. They're a great manufacturer. They make great lens in my opinion. Let's take some more pictures. 1, 2, 3. A little bit on this side. Alright, we have more of the trees now. Let's try to make sure that the focus hasn't moved. And then also the build quality of the lens, I think, is just great. Can you face this way? Yes, excellent. The build quality is excellent. I'm going to show you only the sharp pictures, the one that I think are the best. And yeah, surprisingly the lens is very small and lightweight. If you guys remember the 50mm f1.2 TTArtisan lens that I reviewed a while back, that was heavy. This one is kind of small, like every other micro four thirds lenses that I have. But it's still great in my opinion. Alright, excellent. Excellent. Let's try to find some other compositions and backdrop. Alright, so we found another nice backdrop. That little, cottage back there, and also these plants right here, I think makes for a nice little greenery area. Again, we want to take some portraits of my wife, and still the same settings with the camera, the 35mm f1.4 at f1.4 aperture priority, exposure compensation still +1. Now you might wonder why I use +1, because I want things to be a little bit brighter. I don't want my wife to be dark on the picture, and just make sure that everything is nice and balanced. Alright, so let's try to focus. Yes, this is the composition that I was wondering, but now I want to switch a little bit to the right here because it's less cluttered. I think it makes nicer portrait. Right, let's focus first. f1.4. Yes, that's excellent. Let's take the picture. 1, 2, 3. Vertical composition. 1, 2, 3. Really nice. One more. 1, 2, 3. And let's do horizontal one. I'm gonna come just a little bit closer, like so. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. A few more shots. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Again. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. And more horizontal. Make sure the focus is alright. Alright, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Again, last one. 1, 2, 3. Alright. As what I can tell from using this lens for taking portraits so far, I think it's been very pleasant experience with the focal length. I think it's more forgiving compared to my other telephoto lens, my other portrait lens, so to say. And the f1.4 aperture truly helps to, make that background blur, to make the subject stand out. The compression is just right. There's enough compression, but it's not too unforgiving like my 75mm. So yeah, I really enjoyed using this lens so far. Let's take some more pictures. Alright, so we're still going to take portraits of my wife, but after this we're going to compare the 35mm f1.4 TTArtisan lens with a very similar lens with autofocus capabilities from native micro four thirds manufacturer, the Olympus 45mm f1.8. Which one produces better background blur, better compression, better for portrait, things like that we want to try to discover. I haven't known the answer yet, so bear with me. So let's follow along. First we're gonna use the 35mm and take a certain portrait composition like this. Vertical. 1, 2, 3. Again, just making sure we have some backups. Alright, 1, 2, 3. And then one horizontal like this. 1, 2, 3. Alright, making sure everything is in focus. One more vertical backup, 1, 2, 3, and one more horizontal backup, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to switch to the Olympus 45mm. Alright, now I switch already to the Olympus 45mm. I'm setting the camera to f1.8 aperture priority, exposure composition +1. And I'm trying to get a similar composition. Let's focus on my wife. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Let's do horizontal, making sure that everything looks similar to the previous 35mm lens. 1, 2, 3. Let me check first. Did I make the same composition or is it different? Yeah, it's about the same. One more. 1, 2, 3. And one more vertical. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's compare it and I will share my thoughts. So after comparing the results between the TTArtisan 35mm f1.4 and the Olympus 45mm f1.8, right away I can say that I slightly prefer the result coming out from the TTArtisan 35mm f1.4. In terms of bokeh, for portrait they are quite similar, especially if you want to keep the size of the subject similar inside your frame. But the result from the 35mm just has a little bit more of that 3D pop, in my opinion, slightly more contrast. It looks more punchy. Not to say that the Olympus is a bad lens. Actually, it's a good lens. It's an excellent lens. But this 35mm f1.4 has a little bit of magic going on that makes it really attractive for portrait. The only thing that I prefer from the Olympus 45mm is actually the autofocus. It makes it much easier and faster for portraits and close-up photography. But otherwise, if you want to save some money and still get great results, then the TTArtisan 35mm f1.4 I think is a great choice for you. So I'm done taking pictures with the TTArtisan 35mm lens. I think it's a nice lens. Overall user experience so far for my first usage, I think there's no complaint. The lens is surprisingly small and lightweight, and it produces great image quality. I haven't looked at the images on my full-size computer screen, but so far on my camera's LCD on the GX8, it looks very promising. Everything looks contrasty, sharp, and beautiful. I've tested a little bit of the backlight performance and also flare and ghosting. I think it held up pretty well. An impressive lens for such a small, tiny, and affordable lens. The only thing that I don't like from this lens is just the manual focus only. I hope that someday they will release similar lens but with autofocus for micro four thirds. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Hopefully all of the pictures has been interesting and also the video has been helpful to explain you about the TTArtisan 35mm f1.4. And again, stay tuned for the full review. I will post it later on, so please subscribe to my video. Anyway, let me know what do you think of today's pictures. Which one do you like the most? Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel. And if you want to support my work even further, consider using the affiliate links on the description below. Use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel or purchase my travel photography ebook called Simplifying Travel Photography, link on the description below. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.